A very, very rainy day. We got Aisley Earhardt in today.
Thank you. I know. It feels like sunshine in here for me because I love working with you guys.
Really?
It's been raining for like the last 3 days here in New York. I'm ready for it to move on
And you
out.
wanted to put the moonroof up. Open it up, and I was so against it.
Listen, so many people in New York ready to build the Ark, but
It's true.
hang on, it's going to clear out. We got weather throughout the morning, but right now we're going to kick things off with some news.
All right, here are your headlines. We start with the Fox News.
I am personally pro-coloring book because it allowed me as an adult to take children out for
chicken fingers. You had to have chicken fingers, otherwise we weren't going to go.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, and
Child's favorite.
That's so good for you. The other day, someone found chicken in the chicken fingers, and that was certainly special. Now for your headlines: American tourists, a husband and wife, are jet skiing.
I'm going back to Afghanistan
today.
The truth, well, Charles Krauthammer also, and we love our dear colleague, after saying Christine O'Donnell.
And by the way, we'll watch you rather large over the week. Up straight ahead, this story.
The Rutgers suicide victim reportedly asked the school for help before jumping to his death. Will this...
My kids in.
Oh,
to put yeah, absolutely. to put my kids in the spots.
Oh, fantastic.
Right,
yeah.
Right. But I mean, what kind of an example is this, though? Because the kids look up to the coaches. You know, the kids are looking up to the coaches. I know, like, back in the day, they were like, get in there, son, fight. But you can't do that nowadays. These kids are, you know, you're a role model.
Yeah, I think, wasn't that parents, though, mostly their fight?
Yeah,
those are
but here's
the
the thing. They suspended
coaches, too.
They suspended both teams for the playoffs because of that fight. Do you think it's fair? The kids are protesting. You think it's fair for the kids?
From what the parents did.
Nothing's going to be fair for the kids, you know? I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to pay for it, and I don't. And you put the parents in jail, but
5'10". He's in 8th grade. You say he's got a size 13
shoe.
That you should stay close to him because he's going to be your meal ticket. He's going to get right to the NFL, and finally he can be successful.
Speaking of meal tickets, I'm not your meal ticket. Toby's got a chain of restaurants.
I do have.
And so not only are you a performer with a night job, but also you're a small businessman, actually a big businessman, in a challenging economy.
Well, we have filled a void with, you talk about the name of the restaurant bar.
Are more and more happy. You need to have a little bit of edge to you, a little bit of depression, I think, to be a good saying.
You're happy?
That's my conclusion.
Oh, okay.
You're getting happier as you get older, and it's reflected in your music. How's that for an assessment?
I hate it.
Okay, fine. You're unhappy, and it's reflected in your music.
I like that.
All right, fine.
What about one of my favorite songs that you sing, How Do You Like Me Now? I have to ask you, were you like sticking it to someone when you wrote that?
Well, it was, you know, it was one of those songs where I wrote it with another guy, and when we wrote it, we were talking about two different girls, so it's kind of a combo. It's kind of a combination of two unlike.
Have you talked to her since the song's been released?
No, mine was about 2 or 3 different ones that I didn't like, I think. But I drew from my favorite bad things.
Right.
Sure. Last question. You write mostly about drinking beer and romance. If you had to make a choice, what would you choose?
Drinking beer and romance is a coin toss.
Check out his new album.
One leads to the other, though.
I hope so.
Bullets in the Gun comes out on Tuesday, so download it.
Thank you, guys.
Or buy it. Toby, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Have a safe trip back to Norman, Oklahoma.
And if you want to take the couch with you, you're so comfortable, go ahead. We'll just get started.
If I were you, I'd put a curvy couch on your stage.
Right.
A curvy couch.
That's what we call it.
Thanks for being with us.
guys.
All right, Rahm Emanuel, he's out now. Can his replacement, nicknamed the Fixer, really fix what's broken in Washington? Steve says no. We're going to ask Chris Wallace.
And then hopefully he'll answer. Then the White House turns away a 10-year-old boy trying to pay his tribute to his grandfather who won a Medal of Honor fighting for us. We'll tell you that story.
And get this, Elizabeth Hurley.
You might not want to leave,
The
Toby.
movie star is here. What she's doing to lend a hand to women everywhere in the final half hour of Fox and Friends for Friday.
I hope she likes me.
Thanks, Toby. There she is.
There she is.
Hi, Elizabeth.
They started last night.
Oh, good.
And we're flipping the switch today.
Where
And
all the lights go pink?
Yeah, and we hope we're
no,
going to
the
be
top.
in the Guinness Book of Records.
right. And Rockefeller Center right across the way did it last night. The GM building did it. Pulitzer Fountain, Time Warner in New York, the Niagara Falls.
And worldwide,
Taj
everywhere.
Mahal Hotel.
I've lit that in India before.
Yeah.
Because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Elizabeth, what is something for people who are watching right now? What is the one fact that you constantly go, it's hard to believe that people don't know this about breast cancer?
Well, I think people really need to know that if it's detected early, it's 98% curable. And that's what we need to tell everyone.
Which is so different because people had thought it was a death sentence once upon a time.
And indeed, if it's caught in a very late stage, the statistics are nowhere near as good. But if we tell every single person on the planet to check their own breasts every single month and to get a mammogram after 40 every year, they have a 98% chance of surviving even if they have a tumor.
Evelyn, you know that there's some statistics coming out now, and I don't know if it's part of a healthcare program to save money, whatever, that say, okay, we're not sure if it's actually worth the money to have the mammographies at a certain amount of pace. What's the reality?
The reality is